Greetings, I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. Recently, I've made a few videos about the Travis Central Appraisal District, and in them I have stated that I don't think the leadership is very taxpayer-friendly given their actions over the past few years. So you might be wondering who makes up the leadership over at TCAD? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, there is a chief appraiser who basically operates as the CEO. Currently, that chief appraiser is a woman by the name of Maria Kriegler, and an interesting fact about her is that she does not live in Travis County. Yes, the person in charge of valuing all property in Travis County lives in Williamson County. Now, above the chief appraiser is a board of directors. So I went to the TCAD website to learn all about the board of directors, but as it turns out, they have no information on their site whatsoever, so thanks for the transparency. Anyway, fortunately, there's a guy by the name of Ken Martin who runs a Facebook page and a website under the name of Austin Bulldog, and he's an investigative kind of guy, digs into things going on with public officials and governmental entities here in the Austin area. So he provided me with a lot of information, so a big shout out to Ken because that's what the whole rest of the content of the video. So we've got this board of directors over at TCAD, and you may think, wow, I didn't remember voting for anyone over there. Well, that's because you don't directly get to vote for them. They are appointed by the major taxing entities here in Travis County. So if you think about that, the entities that benefit from having a higher tax base, meaning individually higher appraised values, those are the entities that appoint the board of directors. So kind of like a fox guarding the hen house situation. So anyway, there are 9 members, voting members on this board, and they are appointed as such. 2 members by the city of Austin, 2 members by Austin ISD. Now, if that's not enough, those 2 organizations then combine to appoint a 5th member. So those 2 organizations control a majority of the board. Now, the remaining 4, 2 of them are appointed by Travis County, and 1 is appointed by a group of smaller taxing entities in East Travis County, and the last one by a group of smaller taxing entities in Western Travis County. There is actually a 10th member, but it's a non-voting member, and that's whoever is the Travis County tax assessor collector. Not too concerned about a not voting member. So anyway, the voting members are appointed to a term in length of 2 years, but apparently there are no term limits whatsoever. You see, Eleanor Powell was appointed by the city of Austin back in 1989. Yes, 1989. That's the year that Billy Joel claimed he didn't start the fire and Paula Abdul went straight up. Now, in my defense, I had to dig through an awful lot of boxes to find this one, which, by the way, I probably only paid a penny for through my membership in the BMG Music Club. But anyway, back to TCAD. So Eleanor Powell was appointed in 1989. Interesting, in that 1993, she then applied for homestead exemption, and 1999, an over 65 exemption. And of course, there's no problem with that. Everyone should have the exemptions they're entitled to. But here's the issue. As it turns out, from 2002 to 2014, she also had a senior homestead exemption on a property in Colorado. So for a span of 13 years, she had 2 homestead exemptions on 2 properties in 2 different states. By the way, that, my friends, is illegal. So the Austin Bulldog uncovered this and reported it to the Travis County Tax Office. They dug into it and said, you are absolutely correct. This is not permitted. And so they calculated how much she did not pay in taxes over those years to the various entities she would own in Travis County, and the total was $55,000. So you think to yourself, great, they went and got that money back from her. Nope. Statute of limitations had run out. And so of the $55,000 that she should have paid to Travis County, she didn't repay 1 red cent of that money. So when asked about it, Ms. Powell basically said she had no knowledge of it, and she blamed her late husband, who must have been the one who did that. So anyway, that's a bit about the leadership over at TCAD. I know these videos might be a little maddening to watch. They're a little frustrating to make, but I think the information is important because I think people need to know about the leadership over there at TCAD and kind of the activities that have been going on. So yes, unfortunately, I've got some more videos that we'll be releasing soon. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. And remember, when you're ready to buy or sell a home, I'm ready to help.